Welcome to A Mess in the Kitchen, the podcast all about demystifying home cooking. I'm Molly Mogren-Cat, a food and travel writer who loves to cook, but is only so at it. My co-host, Dusti Kugler, is a former food stylist, caterer, and food fanatic that always makes cooking look effortless and somehow manages to clean up after herself in the process. We talk recipes, cooking, tips and techniques, our favorite kitchen gear, mishaps, and successes. We believe eating good food at home doesn't have to be so complicated, and if you screw up, who cares? That's why God invented frozen pizza. Here's the show. All right, well, Dusti, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
I bet you can hear.
Can we do this?
Yeah. No.
How about yours?
So pathetic.
Wait. It's terrible. Oh, well.
We tried to cheers on
glasses.
the show. It's dumb. Anyway, bottoms up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just not my only complaint of these are I want it to have bubbles.
Oh, same. So,
Right? I feel like it would taste better with bubbles.
absolutely.
So
Hold on. Before we even get going here, I just want to say I'm Molly Mogren-Cat and you're Dusti Kugler. This
Yes.
is A Mess in the Kitchen. We talk about food and stuff. And today we're talking about non-alcoholic and low-proof drinks, of which we just tried. And much like our cheers, it was kind of anticlimactic.
Definitely. It wasn't terrible.
No.
Like, I think I would drink this instead of drinking booze if it was available and I didn't
Now,
want to get
let's
buzzed.
let's explain what we're trying right now.
Can I pour mine?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Pour
good. I definitely want some bubbles in this.
Yeah.
Okay, Molly, you explain, and I will.
Well,
fix
no,
our
you tell.
drinks.
I don't know what this is. So this is like Curious Elixir.
Curious Elixir, yes, or Curious Elixirs. I'm not sure which, but it is a subscription service. It's monthly, and you get a box of 12. Right now, they have 4 different drinks. I'll have to look on the card. Come back to me on that one. But this one is the pomegranate Negroni.
Okay.
And so
Yeah, so we just tried that. It comes in like a brown beer bottle.
they're
And
pretty.
They're pretty. Great branding. And you're supposed to serve it over ice, I think. And they have suggestions for like pairings, stuff you can add to it. But when you just try it plain Jane, it's kind of just, it looks like a melted popsicle.
Yeah. Oh, great
Right?
description. It totally does.
It looks like a melted popsicle, and it kind of tastes like a melted popsicle. But then when you we just added a little bit of seltzer,
Game changer.
and it's good. So cheers. And you garnished it with a blood orange.
Yeah, here, let's cheers again.
Okay.
Still bad.
Does he just like whacked her glass with like spoon?
I was trying to make it go ding. It didn't. But way better, right?
So we're making Beth, our producer, who's a new producer, try it with us too.
New producer, but not really.
Not really, because
new
Beth
producer.
produced my last podcast. Go fork yourself. So we're happy to have her here.
Yay.
Not drinking with us.
Yeah. Not drinking is good.
So
Plus the garnish is pretty.
yeah. So the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because drinking has become my nemesis.
I'm so glad it's not mine.
I know.
It can be, though.
I know. So I have been, I wouldn't say like, it's just not my personality type to cut anything out of my diet or whatever completely. But I have been having some very bad alcohol experiences, even when I'm not drinking very much at all.
So when did it start?
For sure after kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess before kids probably too, but I didn't have anyone to take care of, so it didn't really bug me as much. But it's been definitely more pronounced since kids, and then especially like in the last year. So I'll give you a great example because I had
Yes,
something
please do.
terrible happened to me last weekend. So Josh and I went out for our anniversary.
Happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank you. 7 years.
7 years.
So I haven't been drinking very much because of this particular problem that I experienced.
Yeah.
So we went out to dinner and I'm like, you know what? Special occasion. I'm going to have a cocktail. So I had a gin and tonic at Martina, which was so flipping good.
Oh, my God. Those are so good.
So it comes in a big, goblet and it's got, as Dusty likes to call it, turd ice.
My
tiny
favorite.
little pellets.
Oh, I
Just
love it.
totally full. And it's really just like a delicious drink. And then I had a glass of wine, and then like our bartender, and this was over 3 hours, right? It was a long ass dinner.
Okay.
So he gave us like a little bit of champagne, but not like a full glass.
Sure.
And then not even a shot glass of aperitif kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Like port or something?
Yeah, something like that was not even an ounce, like hardly any and not very boozy.
Okay.
I was a little buzzed, but not like loaded in any way. And that night I went to bed at 11 and I woke up at midnight with my heart like racing, like beating so hard that I was like, am I having a panic attack? But I wasn't. And then I didn't sleep from midnight until 5:30 in the morning. Like I couldn't fall asleep.
So don't you think it has to do with drinking more than one thing? Like I'm way older than you, but I cannot drink the salad bar like I used to at all.
Yeah.
Like I cannot. So you've already told me the things that you've drank, which has like higher sugar
you're right.
content plus that liqueur. Bad idea. Fun at the time.
Yeah, fun at the time.
There's no way. I'd be a piece of shit. I couldn't do it. I have to drink one thing.
It's happened to me with hard seltzer. Just only that. Yeah.
Wow.
And not even like a ton of it.
Maybe your body can't metabolize it or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Probably,
that's not a thing.
But I've definitely, like if I just have a beer, that's okay. Or if I just have.
What about when I came over and we split a bottle of champagne?
It was okay, but I still just didn't feel that great.
So you didn't feel well or you didn't sleep well or both?
I don't really remember.
Yeah. They're probably all running into one.
Right. So, and I'm sort of like, okay, so I'm not the kind of person who really, I don't love getting like buzzed and I certainly don't like being drunk. And I find personally that I can swap out pretty much, like what I really like is drinking, but it kind of doesn't matter what I'm drinking.
Perfect.
Yes. So like this NA cocktail, like this is just as satisfying as a cocktail. So I don't know.
Would you order something like this at a restaurant? Because that's like a big thing these days.
Yes, I would. Okay. And I have, but I don't know.
When you were pregnant or after?
After.
Really?
Recently, because of my weird drinking stuff. Like alcohol has just been making me upset.
Oh, I'm so interested in that. You should talk to your doctor or somebody.
Maybe I should. Well, so I've been doing some research on it.
Ooh, and
this is what I want to tell you about today because there's 2 books that I have been hearing a lot about, and I tried to read both of them. One of them I was like, I don't think this is for me, and that was This Naked Mind by Annie Grace.
Okay,
and her book is all about how it's just basically what alcohol does to your mind and body and stuff. But the way, you know how like, okay, so we should mention that both of us are pretty well versed in the AA community based on our, like my former job, your job, working for a sober person who's like very involved in the community.
Plus sharing an office with bleep sober living. I don't know if we should mention it.
I don't know either.
Which is a learning experience all in itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've already talked about that. Pee tests, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, people would leave their urine samples on.
But we've been around a lot of sober people.
Yeah.
A lot.
And like there's a lot of conversation about, you know, like with drinking, it's either like you drink or you don't. It's very black and white. You know, there's talk about hitting rock bottom. You don't have to stop drinking if you don't hit rock bottom. I mean, I don't think that's true. And I think that there's like way more nuance to it all.
Yeah.
So that's what these books are kind of about. But in particular, This Naked Mind was a little bit of that, you know, AA people like to like one up each other and like talk about how, like,
I almost died of heroin overdose.
Yeah. Oh, you think that's fucked up? Like I was found in a dumpster on fire with like a family of skunks pooping on my face. Like, I don't even know. Oh, you think that's bad?
Yeah.
So there was like a little bit of that didn't quite connect with me. But this other book called Quit Like a Woman, it's by Holly Whitaker. It's like the tone I kind of like, very conversational. And it's just about more like alcohol culture and how, you know, I'm pretty sure we all can agree that like drinking is probably not that good for you.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a carcinogen. It's not
Right. It's fun though.
It is fun.
Can
is
be.
fun.
It also can be very painful.
Yes, exactly. But then there's this whole thing about like mommy culture, mommy wine culture, and how.
Yeah, that is weird. I think those T-shirts are weird. I'm sorry. I hope we don't get any hate emails.
Oh, who cares?
Those
I
are
think they're
like,
lame.
They're so strange. Is that chuggy?
Yes, that is super chuggy. Before we started, I had to explain to Dusty what chuggy was.
Yeah, because Molly said that the birthday present I gave her was chuggy.
No, but I loved it. She got me LaCroix earrings, and they're so fun. They're so fun because I love LaCroix.
Well, only one is LaCroix. The other one's a grapefruit.
Yeah, that is the pamplemousse, the actual pamplemousse. But
I'd never heard that word before, not even from my
young
adult children.
Yeah, the mommy wine culture is super chuggy.
Chuggy. Okay. It's just a weird word in itself, but it is weird. Like, I get it. Like, that whole, I need a drink.
Yes, exactly. Where you're like, oh, my kids drive me to drink, or like, my day was so stressful, I had to drink, like that. Okay, so for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I only overindulge when I'm having the best time ever.
Yeah, or it sneaks up on me.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Like in the backyard, that can happen sometimes. You just don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Somebody continues to pour things in your glass. It's not like I'm doing it myself. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
That happened to me once when you were over at my house. Like, you had dinner at my house with Prentice and Madeline and Paul and Josh.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, where did Molly go? And I was like, in bed asleep.
I'm drunk.
I like Irish combined my own dinner party.
That's the reason you're not drinking right now?
No, truly. It's like, I am such a lightweight. It doesn't really agree with me. So, okay. So this Holly Whitaker person has started a thing called Tempest.com.
Okay.
And it's about basically like ways to sort of assess your relationship with alcohol. It doesn't necessarily mean like, no, you can't drink ever again or whatever. But she has a whole thing about alcohol use disorder, which is something that's like different than alcoholism.
How?
Do you want to hear about it?
I totally do.
So she has a test you can take. Do you want to take it with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So if you might have mild alcohol use disorder if you answer yes to 2 or 3 of the symptoms.
I'm for sure going to have that.
I know.
2 or 3. If I'm 5 or above. I'm
Moderate is 4 to 5 and severe is 6 or more. Okay.
No.
That's okay. This is a safe space and no one's ever going to listen to this.
Okay, perfect. Uh-oh.
Okay. 1, drinking larger quantities for longer periods of time than originally intended.
I don't know.
I mean, that backyard thing you just said.
But that's like once a year.
Oh, yeah.
Does this mean often or does it mean like, whoops?
What
do you think? Like,
I don't know.
If I did that every day, that would be really scary, but no.
But just sometimes. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't like go to birthday parties and get loaded, or sometimes at dinner though, you don't know how strong the drink is.
Right. I mean, so I think that might be like a maybe for me.
Read that again.
Drinking larger quantities or for longer periods of time than originally intended. The longer periods of time, I would say that's a no for me because good night.
Yeah.
But drinking larger quantities.
I think that is going to be the one that decides which side of 6 we're on. So I think you just stay with that. We're neutral on that one.
Okay. 2, wanted or tried to cut down on drinking, but was not able to do so.
No.
Yeah, I'm a no on that. Mm-mm. Alcohol takes up a lot of time, as does recovering from drinking, aka hangovers.
No, I mean, not since I've been 35. It's too painful.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, but hangovers, I swear I could have 1 glass of wine and not feel that great the next day.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I had a headache, but not like hungover. Like you used to be hungover.
Oh,
remember
God.
that? And then you're like, oh, McDonald's drive-thru, I'm fine.
Yep. No, I do remember that.
Well, that doesn't work anymore.
Having alcohol cravings.
Cravings or like, oh, that sounds good. Is this
I
terrible?
No,
I'm justifying every.
No, but I think
craving, I would say no.
Yeah, I don't have that either. Drinking or hangovers have caused issues with work, family, and other responsibilities.
No.
I'm also no. Continued to drink despite the issues it caused. Well, I mean, I did just say that I'm having crazy heart palpitations, but
does that happen often, or did it just happen once? Maybe you're allergic to the jet. You know, they have a lot of natural shit in those drinks at Martina.
Yeah.
Maybe you're allergic to like one of those herbs or berries or something.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with that.
Anyway, stopped or lessen other activities in order to drink.
Stop or lessen other activities in order to drink. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Like, oh, I got to stop working so I can have a beer?
Or like I was going to exercise, but then I just got drunk.
Post-exercise, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
If someone's in the front yard,
Right.
I'll have one.
Drinking has put you in a dangerous situation, like driving under the influence or unprotected sex.
No, not lately. Maybe in my 20s.
Okay. Drinking even though it was making depression and anxiety worse. See, I'm wondering, like, this is... But I feel like you drink more than I do. But
I do.
But
I definitely drink more than you. But
I think the point is it doesn't necessarily...
It doesn't affect me.
Matter?
Maybe the same. I don't know. I get anxious about a small amount of things, and I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
But I believe if I were anxious, it would make it way worse.
Yeah.
So if I'm feeling weird, I just don't do that.
You don't drink when you're feeling like... I don't either.
Tell you the last time I felt anxious was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a no for that one.
I know. I think I'm just an anxious person in general.
Well, I think a lot of people, especially over the last year or year and a half, are more anxious. I'm probably more anxious than I was. But I don't know. I'm pretty uptight about some things, but I think about like the world in general that I can't control. I don't get too anxious about. It's more so about like fear of something happening to my family, or like that's the kind of shit I get anxious about. Not
it
like
doesn't cause you to drink or anything.
No, it would make me like I'd be just more nervous that if I drank, then I'd have to like go pick somebody up or
Oh no,
you know
that's,
what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
no, I'm a no.
Okay.
How could I be all these no's? When
I don't.
I probably drink 3 times as much as you, and I'm not a booze hound or anything. But
No, but I'm saying like
last
maybe
summer,
it just.
I drank every day.
Oh, I know. I mean, we had a period of time too at
Every
the
day.
beginning of the pandemic. It was a very common thing.
Well, when it was nice outside, I felt a reason to have wine every night.
yeah.
I sometimes only had 1, sometimes I had 3. But it's not like I was drinking an entire bottle every night.
Right.
I did a couple times. So maybe put me down for a yes on number 1 or 2.
Tolerance had increased, meaning you need to drink more to get the same effect. Oh, my tolerance is like...
My tolerance isn't good at all.
Like,
okay, so no.
my tolerance has hit rock bottom.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're just not drinking enough. I'm
That
just
must
kidding.
that
That's a
must be
terrible
it.
thing.
That must be it. Okay, and the last one is experiencing symptoms of withdrawal.
No.
Me neither. So I guess like
Only from water. Like that's the only thing I experienced.
you get like
I'm
the
like,
shakes.
I'm super thirsty. And that's all I want. Like I never think like, oh, I gotta have a cocktail.
Yeah. So I mean, I think for me, like sometimes it does make my anxiety worse, and sometimes I drink more than I mean to, but it's because I'm having so much fun.
Yeah. I would say like weddings or backyard parties when
Or like a girls'
everyone's
weekend
having
or
a great
something.
time. Yeah, a girls' week. Yeah, stuff like that. When we went to Palm Springs for my 50th birthday, I drank a lot every day, but
Yeah.
it's not like I continued it.
Right.
Plus, I was in a pool all day. Then I took a nap.
Right.
I don't know. Is that bad? I don't feel like it's that bad.
No. I don't think it's bad at all. But I don't know. I just think these are all good questions to be asking because
I agree.
a lot of times it's just like people are mindlessly cracking open a bottle of wine at 5 or 4:30 or 3:30 or whatever, and just like that's just like what you
I have done that.
do. Well,
But I don't drink the whole thing.
Well, even still, it's just like being mindful about, I think.
I guess maybe that's it. I just don't think about it.
Well, I mean, but it's not like causing problems for you, is it?
No. I'm sleeping okay. Mine is
see.
menopause, which is a completely different episode.
Oh, is that? Well,
We'll not even go there.
but is alcohol? Does it affect it?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it does. Yeah, I've definitely cut down on the quantity of drinking, not the frequency.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've probably, especially over the last year, drank more, but less amounts.
Yes, that makes sense.
It probably evens out in the end.
Yeah. So I guess for me, I love the ritual of drinking. It's just the ritual.
Well, these are perfect then.
Yes. So this is what I wanted to talk about is low proof.
Okay.
That means low alcohol.
So I haven't tried any of those. I've only tried the no alcohol drinks. I've never had hop water has none, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll tell you some of the ones. One of my favorites for a low proof is ranch water, which sounds disgusting.
You told me about it. Does it have tequila in it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's big in Texas. My kid's moving to San Antonio, Texas. We saw it everywhere when we were down there visiting the school, and I was very confused by the entire idea of it.
It's like a hard seltzer.
It sounds gross. It sounds like dirty water.
Okay, so I was talking to a friend yesterday who said it reminds her of like Cool Ranch or ranch dipping, and I thought it reminded me of like a trough.
It reminds me of a puddle of water with a boot in it. That's what it reminds me of.
So the one that why can't I remember the name of it? It's something donkey. Damn it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to look for it.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna have to
explain to me the difference in the alcohol content.
Okay, so it's like any hard seltzer, but a lot of those have
Those
maybe
are like 4,
a
right?
vodka or something. Those are 5% usually.
Okay.
And this is 4%. And what I normally do, because the spicy one is so ridiculously good. It's so spicy when you crack open the can, it makes you sneeze.
Oh,
right.
Why didn't you bring one of those over?
Because I drank them all.
So those don't do that for you?
No. And this is how we drink them. So I'll grab a glass with a little ice, put in the ranch water, and then I'll like top it with a little bit of lime juice or lemonade.
Oh.
And then you can kind of have 2 of those from one can.
Oh.
So it's like 4%er, but kind of like a 2%er.
I think I'm going to have to return that wine.
What?
That's 12%.
Oh, I know. Dusty got me a birthday present with a low alcohol wine. It's like 12.5%.
Whoopsie.
No, but it's okay. I'll still drink that. And then
I want you to try it and see.
When I'm up in the middle of the
beers
night.
that are only 4%.
Oh, yeah. And that counts, I think.
Huh.
Yes. When I'm up in the middle of the night after I've had your 12% wine,
You'll
text
call
you.
me. Bitch. It's okay. You can give it back to me.
Okay. To your point, with lower alcohol IPAs and beer. So a good thing to look for is the word session on those. If it's a session beer, that's usually a lower alcohol content.
Interesting.
Yes. And also, I got a tip from someone at Total Wine about this. If there's lower calories, which, most beers don't like brag about their calories probably because there's so many. But if they're like 95 calories per can, it usually means lower alcohol.
Huh. Like just less sugar?
I don't know. And like less alcohol, I think.
Huh. Interesting. I was in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, and I don't even remember when it was. And we went to this brewery. I'm going to butcher the name. I think it's called Scofflaw. I'm sorry if you're listening. I hope you are.
I'm sure they are.
I know I don't drink a lot of beer unless it's like burning hot and I'm on a boat. Then I would be like, I'll have a beer. And all I had was beer. So I ordered some kind of juicy IPA or whatever, but it was only 4%. But they had 2 or 3 IPAs that were 4%, and it was so good. But I immediately felt it.
Yeah,
which is weird because maybe it's because I don't drink a lot of beer. I don't know.
Yeah, usually IPAs are so boozy, like between 6 and 9%, and they sneak up on you.
So bad.
We're gonna take a quick break because I'm thirsty. And we're back. I'm definitely not thirsty anymore. Just kidding. I'm gonna have another drink of this.
I was just saying to Beth and Molly, these are hard to not burp because you have to like half and half it with the soda water, and it makes me a super burpy. So sorry, people.
Okay, just let it rip right in the microphone. So we were talking about IPAs and beers. So a couple of my faves are Founders All Day IPA. It's a lower,
it's a good one,
alcohol one. Also, Slightly Mighty from Dogfish Head is 4%. Oh, and it tastes like a real beer. And Extra Citra from Surly.
Yeah, I think
I love that one.
I think Steel Toe Provider is 4.
Is it?
Or 4.5. It's in my fridge. We can look. It might be 5, but it's pretty light. It's like I don't know what kind of. I'm not a beer person.
Yeah, I know.
My husband was here. He would
tell us everything.
rattle them all off.
Speaking of rattlers. Also, Laura.
I don't like those.
I don't really either, but I know this. Is it the Stiegel grapefruit Radler is 2.5%. So that's like all? Just a dusting of booze.
Oh yeah, I don't. They're just a little too sweet for me. Like Prentice drinks the grapefruit Lonely Blonde. No thanks. He really likes that one though. And then they just made a strawberry one, so they're doing different ones, and they're not like sweet at all. They just have enough funk in them. Like I'd rather have a sour.
Yeah,
but then I can only have one.
Yeah, because then all of a sudden you're like, why is my esophagus on fire?
And I'm gonna explode. My stomach is so bloated.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll stick to these.
Yep. Okay, here's my wine suggestion for lower alcohol wines. Vino Verde. Almost always is like a 9%.
And a lot of times they're bubbly, which, I like.
Yeah,
sometimes
they're
not.
Refreshing.
Sometimes they are.
Yeah. Because the thing with wine is like wine can sneak up on you. Sometimes a red is like 15 or 16%.
I know. I check that now. I didn't used to, but I check it now because I was at I don't remember, I think it was a holiday party. And someone was just filling my glass. There it goes again. You never know what's happening. And I was like, immediately, I need to leave right now. Well, I wasn't paying attention. And, when you're holding a glass and talking and chatting, and then you're like, oh, I'm too old to be this drunk.
Yeah.
I got to go home.
Well, another thing that happens too is when you start drinking out of those giant, like really fun, like gobblety kind of wine glasses. I mean, if you were to actually put the proper amount of wine in it, it would look pathetic. It would be just like a tiny puddle in that thing.
That's what it's like at restaurants when you go and you're like, wait a minute.
I know.
Fill that up.
Cheapskate.
I know, but they're massive. They're fun to drink out of.
I know. But see, especially if you're at someone's house for a party and you're drinking out of one of those, you're screwed.
Oh, maybe I should get some of those. I like these though.
We're drinking out of it. Stemless.
But the fatties. I like these little fatties. Aren't they fun?
They are fun, though. I have some that are a little narrower that fit in your hand easier.
Yeah, these are hard to drink. Well, I think I only drink. You're supposed to maybe only drink red out of these, but I just think
whatever.
I
don't know those rules.
I don't either.
Oh, okay. Then I've got one more thing.
Okay.
I ordered these off the internet because of, targeting.
Yes.
On Instagram all the time. They're called House Aperitifs. Am I saying that right?
Aperitifs, yes, but Haus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so they are like...
that's a popular word these days.
Yeah, I know.
Lots of training house.
Yeah, it's like, we get it, you're Scandinavian.
Okay, so house.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an Aperol type thing.
Okay.
They're really, of course, beautiful because I found them on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, like my shoes over there.
Oh, yeah.
My pillow slides.
Yeah, Dusty's got they're sort of croc inspired.
You don't need to explain pillow slides to these people. I'm sorry. Everyone knows what they are.
What? I just we had to explain chuggy.
Right, but I never heard that word. Everyone who has Instagram has had that
ad served to them.
I mean, come on. If you haven't before,
you will now. Yeah.
It's so true.
So I got this sampler pack from them. So it's 4 bottles that are about enough for like 3 drinks each. And so they're 18%. But they're like taking the place of, they're basically half the amount of alcohol that would be in like an Aperol kind of thing. So
see, I was thinking they were lower in alcohol. Maybe they're not. I haven't looked on those bottles like Campari and Aperol.
I mean, maybe they are, but these are
look.
sort of like marketed as lower alcohol. So you can either drink them on the rocks, which we have pretty small ice cubes that our fridge makes that I super love.
Oh, I love those too.
But not with cocktails because it waters them down so fast.
Yeah, but you have good ice.
Yes.
This is pretty good ice.
So the first time I tried these house cocktails, I was like, why bother? It's just watered down. This is dumb.
So they give you a recipe and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I just tried it straight, like on the rocks first time. And then I tried it with sparkling water, and like that was better, but still not that great.
Okay.
And then I tried it, one of their recipes. It's got like a little simple syrup
Sure.
and muddled herbs. And it was like so. And then I tried it with a giant, big honkin' ice ball instead of the ice from my freezer. And then it was pretty good.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Yeah. So that really made a big difference.
Well, that's the thing with these Curious Elixir things. They tell you what kind of ice you should put it. Well, they suggest.
Right.
What kind of ice? We have the wrong ice in our drink because I don't have the big ice ball. I have one, and I just didn't think that'd be fair for me to take it. So it's still in the freezer.
That's really nice of you.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to like make your home cocktail game,
Try those.
yeah.
Well, you should put all that stuff on.
The show notes?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I will.
I know I buy a lot of these things on the Instagram that come through when I'm just bored, like, oh, I'll try that. But I have not seen those. I'm sure I will now.
You will.
I have seen ranch water at the liquor store, but I walk by it because it looks like a
Gross.
teenage drink to me. Do you know you know what I mean by teenage drink?
Like
Not
Boone's
seltzer.
Farm?
No, like they now have canned like weenie cocktails, don't they? Like, you know what I mean? Like you can buy a Moscow Mule in a can.
Yeah.
I mean, how lazy do you have to be? I just feel like I guess
You
if
could
you're
put it in
on
a
boat-
cooler or something.
Yeah, I guess so. But so does that have like less alcohol in it than
What?
just making one?
Wait, you mean like the Moscow Mule ones?
Yeah, like the cans of those.
No,
Do
I
they
don't
have-
think so. I
they
think
have
they're
the same amount
Yeah,
of
I think
alcohol
so.
in them.
Yeah, I think they're just conveniently made in a can.
Are they skinny? Maybe.
I don't know.
Well,
Some
I'm
of them
trying
probably
to think
are.
about like a regular can like this.
Yeah.
You put one shot of
You're lo-
vodka
you're-
in there. The
yeah.
rest is all ginger beer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I'm going to investigate.
yeah, get back to us on that.
I will. I'll let you know. I'll just go scope out the aisles of the liquor store down the street.
Oh my gosh. So we should talk about fully non-alcoholic drinks, or basically, because some of these are like a trace amount.
Oh, okay. Did these have that?
No, I think those are.
I think they're zero. Like the
Curious
NA
Elixir
beers.
is what you're talking about.
Right. Yes. The NA beers I know can have a little bit of alcohol, but
Yeah.
Heineken is now making a beer that's 0.0. It's called Heineken 0.0, and it's targeted towards people who do not drink alcohol ever.
Yeah. And I think that, have you had one?
No.
I don't know if I haven't had a Heineken, but I've heard that they're really good. And along those lines, when I was pregnant, I had a lot of Klosterhaller beer,
Yep.
which I thought that was really delicious.
Those are good. And Hackeshore has one too.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was good. I had that when I was pregnant.
Yep.
Long time ago. But what about the athletics and
Yeah.
I think, does War Pigs do one? There's a couple of different ones that have.
Yeah. Well, so I've been going through all of the NA beers. So Lagunitas makes an IPNA that I would call mediocre.
Oh, okay.
Not very good.
Okay.
It's sort of like you taste it and you're like, oh, where's the beer?
Oh, okay.
It kind of just tastes like an IPA on the front and then just like disappears. You know what I mean?
No.
It's just not very it's not
Flavorful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but along those lines, Athletic Brewing has a Run Wild IPA that is the bomb.
It is good. I've tasted that. I've tasted
so
all
good.
those athletic ones. They're good.
Yeah, so they're out of Connecticut, I think.
I don't know where they're out of, but I like their marketing too. And
Okay.
I like their labels.
Yes. They've got a, let's see here. I wrote them all down. They have a hazy IPA, a golden ale, like a Mexican lager,
I tried that one too.
and they all are less than 0.5%.
So if you're sober, can you drink those?
I mean, I think it just sort of depends on.
I mean, is that a rule? I don't know. I'm like truly asking. I'm guessing no, right?
I don't know. I think that it sort of depends on the person.
Yeah.
You know?
I just wasn't sure if there was a trace of it in there, if that's against like what you're, I don't know.
Right. I think, it depends on the person. Because I know one person, Noah Namowitz from Cafe Imports. He's the coffee guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was telling me about that Athletic has hop water, which is what I'm going to get to next. And he said he drinks a lot of that, and he is sober. And he's like, I don't get why you normies are all into NA drinks. And I'm like, well, because I don't want to get, I like drinking, but I don't want to get drunk. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. So what I found, my favorite thing is hopped water. So it is basically like a soda water flavored with hops, and they're zero alcohol, 0 calories, but they're like totally scratch the itch.
I know. Why are they so good? Because I love them.
Yeah, I could totally drink that in place of a beer anytime.
I know they're hard to find when you're out, though. I mean,
They really are hard to find.
Yeah, that's the tough one. And you have to be careful, too, because a couple of places have they're seltzers, like full-on alcohol.
Oh, yeah,
that are hopped flavored.
Yeah.
Also, and it's like, oh, wait. This has alcohol in it.
Yeah. So the thing that's kind of cool is for a lot of these companies, because as you were saying, they're kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
And now that I've been looking for them at liquor stores, like Total Wine or just any of the neighborhood ones, they're like, yeah, we're selling out like crazy. So it's not just me.
It's catching on.
It's catching on.
Everyone's sleeping like shit.
Yes, everyone's sleeping like shit. That's right. So I know with Athletic Brewing, if you get more than 2, they sell them in 4-packs. So if you order more than 2 online, they ship for free.
Well, I would guess he would order more than 2. I mean, I would.
I ordered a ton because we're going on vacation later this week, and I'm like, just wanting to have lots of options.
I'm guessing there's not a big NA selection up north in Minnesota.
No. I would say the selection is like Diet Coke.
Oh, duals.
Yeah, and you have to blow the
and it's hot.
Dust off the cap.
It's hot. It's on a shelf. It's not in the cooler for sure.
But my favorite hop water are Lagunitas makes the hoppy refresher.
Yeah,
and it's so good. Delicious.
I've got one of those right over there.
They're so good.
I know, they're yummy.
And then Fulton in the Twin Cities has one that's also pretty good.
Oh, I haven't tried that one.
Yeah. I wonder if they must have it in their tap room, which would be
a
nice thing to have.
Yeah, that is. That is nice.
And Athletic does, they're called a day pack, and the one that I've had is like a blood orange hop water.
Oh, really?
It's so good.
Huh.
And I had one today at lunch.
Oh, wow. Are they gluten-free?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yep. Huh. So basically any problem you have will be solved by drinking these. Drinking hop water.
That's all you need. Plus you'll pass that test with flying colors. I mean, come on.
You can drive. Actually, I had one of they also have hop teas. I was drinking one in my car while I was driving, and I'm like, woo!
Wait, hot tea?
Hop.
Oh, hop
tea.
Tea. Hop tea. That's a tough one to say.
I know.
Okay, hop tea.
You can just crack one open, get behind the wheel.
Don't encourage that.
It's just a fizzy water.
You'll have to think of a good slogan for a T-shirt, kind of like "Yes Way Rosé." It could be like, my kids are driving me to hop, or something like that. You could do that.
My kids are driving me to sobriety.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
And here's the other thing. Have you ever tried Seed Lip or any of the NA liquor?
Okay, so we have a lot of those at work, and I have not tried any of them. I would like to think I would like them because I don't like the way alcohol makes me feel. Yes. But I really like drinks.
Yes.
So that's why I kind of like these. I don't I can have one margarita. I want to have 3 or 4 because they taste so good.
They do taste good.
But I know I can't.
Yeah.
So I don't.
And you can't make an NA margarita because the thing that makes a margarita good is the tequila.
I know. It's hard too, especially if when we were in Mexico, we had those mezcalitas. Have you had those?
No.
Oh my goodness, they're good. They have a lot of alcohol in them, but it's with mezcal. So it's that instead of regular tequila, and it's smoky.
It's kind of smoky.
Yeah. And then they put the spicy, what's the stuff we like to put on fruit?
Oh,
tahini?
Yeah.
Yeah, around the glass.
Yum.
So good. Yeah, but you had like a million mouth sores after the week. You know, you're like, it was like citrus and salt overload.
It was like eating a whole thing of Sour Patch Kids.
Pretty much. It was worth it though.
Or salt and vinegar chips. Or
Yeah, but I could only have a couple.
Yeah.
Like all day long because I don't like how much alcohol affects me. I'm much more of a bubbles drinker. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
But I do like cocktails. Like I love gin and tonics. I love the flavor of them. It's like, but I got it. Like I said, I got to have one thing.
Yeah.
I cannot be jumping around here like I used to. I'm just like, nope, can't do it.
Well, so I tried this one called Ritual Zero Proof Gin, and I made a gin and tonic. It was really refreshing. But then I was like, what would this just taste like with only the tonic water and lemon or lime? I mean, because I feel like it would kind of be the same experience.
So you didn't get any flavor from it?
I don't know. It was just sort of like,
Well, did
I don't
you
get
sip
the
it
point.
by itself?
No, I didn't.
You should taste it just to see. I'd be curious.
Yeah.
Like the vodka, I don't get.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't taste like anything but fire anyway.
It tastes like fire.
You know what I mean? You know those dumb days where you're like, vodka shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would anyone do that on purpose?
Oh, I
Terrible.
don't know. Terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure I get those, but I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
know. Well, we can do some research.
We can do some research. And I guess one other thing that I liked was this thing called GHIA, GHIA, and it's like a aperitif. I don't know how to say it.
You said it just fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So you can either buy it as it kind of comes in like a liquor bottle, but it's NA, and you can use that to mix sort of an Aperol inspired drink, or they sell tiny, cute cans. It's super bitter.
Oh, really?
So bitter.
Ooh.
Kind of like, it's herby, kind of like a Jaeger. It doesn't taste like Jägermeister, but you know, Jägermeister's super herby. I know it's gross. It's not like that, but you know,
like
in
a distinct flavor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've had that kind of like how we're drinking it right now in a stemless glass on ice with a little bit of, I don't know,
That sounds
soda
good.
water and simple
You're really
syrup.
invested in this NA stuff.
I know. It's because I can't have these no nights
Yeah, I don't blame you.
of sleep
It's not worth
anymore.
it.
So that's really all I got for right now.
I'm good. I'm just drinking my drink.
Me too. Bottoms up. Okay. Next, I got some listener questions.
Okay.
I know I didn't prepare you for this.
Are they only for me?
No, it's for both of us.
Okay, good. I'm like, okay.
You're screwed. No, this
I already
is from,
took a test. Jesus. What else do you want from me?
This is a question from Maggie, and she says, is an air fryer just a tiny convection oven? Do I need one? What about a toaster oven versus an actual toaster? Now, I know you don't have an air fryer, but I'm here to tell you, yes, it is just a tiny convection oven.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have one now. Mm-hmm. It's like a Ninja that you can.
Isn't it a toaster oven too?
Yep, it's a toaster oven. It
How
does
is that
everything.
even possible?
What do you mean?
To be an air fryer and a toaster at the same time.
Well, I think it's just like one of the settings is convection. Another setting is probably like
Is one of the settings fry?
not just regular fry, air fry. I know. So my thought is I have one now, and I think just a toaster oven would actually suffice for the things I'm using it for.
But so I bought one for Rafferty for Christmas because she really wanted one, and she uses it for everything.
Yeah, I mean, I use it all the time.
She makes like French fries and shit in it,
Yeah.
and like things that you fry.
Yeah.
So how can you do that?
I mean, I don't know. It's just it cooks,
I gotta look
you know,
at
it
it.
like circulates the heat all around them.
I guess like
Makes
my
it
mom
crunchy.
and dad make onion rings in it, and I'm like, how?
Wait, so they like cut up the onions and like dredge them in flour and stuff, and
make onion rings.
yeah, I think it just kind of cooks it. It just cooks it really crispy, but
Okay, I got to check out how they do it.
I don't think
I just
anybody
ate 'em.
really needs it, and I think like for me,
Marketing genius, that's what that is.
exactly. If I just had a toaster oven,
Do you not
That
have
would-
one?
well, I do because I have an air fryer /
that's
toaster oven.
Okay, dumb
But
question.
you don't even have a regular toaster, do you?
I have just a toaster oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Like
I never
this.
got that, but now I kind of do. So tell me about your toaster oven preference.
I only like the one I have.
Mm-hmm.
And
What is it?
It's the one everybody had in the early 2000s. It's either black, I can't see it over there. It's like Black and Decker. It's the one that you buy at Target or Kohl's or,
Nothing
someplace
fancy
like that. No, but it's killer. Everything is even. That's why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I can never go back to the slicer toaster because you have to turn it over. I'm too particular.
Yeah,
it has to be even.
I get it.
Like I even turn my stuff over in there. I'm a freak. But I don't like that you have to turn, like in a toaster, depending on the bread you have, you sometimes have to spring it up and turn it over and put it back in there to get the other side. And then it's not the same. This is the same.
Well, okay. I mean, I never really got the appeal of a toaster oven.
Love
I
it.
was like, it takes too long.
It's so great for pizza too.
Yes, we did an Airbnb and they only had a toaster oven. And I was like, I'm sorry for every bad thing I ever said about you. It's like so much better. Everything tastes better heated up in a toaster oven.
It does. Always toaster oven over microwave.
I know.
And if it's too big to go in the toaster oven, it just goes in the oven.
Yes.
No microwave. It's gross, especially pizza. Ew.
I know. I'd rather eat it cold.
Plus, a lot of like, let's say you get a leftover sandwich or something from a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You put that in the microwave, it's just
like
nasty. But if you take it apart and put it in the toaster oven and then it evenly heats it,
delicious.
just like almost like what you just had. Almost.
So
I'm going to say I'm not sure you need an air fryer, but you definitely need a toaster oven.
agreed.
Okay.
So if anyone has questions for us, they can go to amessinthekitchen.com, submit there, follow us on Instagram. You can ask us questions there. We're at A Mess in the Kitchen on Instagram. Facebook is A Mess in the Kitchen Pod. And you can email us at amessinthekitchenpod@gmail.
Not a Gmail.
At Gmail. It's a new one. It's the Italian one.
Gmail.
And you can leave us a voicemail, which is truly our preference, at 612-930-2899, which is also 612-930-BUZZ.
Wait, you listen to voicemails?
Well, I mean, there are just so many to go through.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a phone number.
Beth did it.
Sorry, Twyla. We have a new super producer here.
Yep.
Move over, lady. Sorry. Still love you, but we got a phone number now.
Yeah, we do. Hot SHIT. Speaking of cookbook club.
Oh, yeah.
What did we make last week?
Do you want me to say the exact words?
Well, no, I have it written down.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. We made from the Defined Dish cookbook, Alex Snodgrass's cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
It was the sheet pan chicken shawarma with lemon tahini drizzle. My pick. What did you think?
It tasted awesome.
Yes.
It wasn't, I didn't love the recipe because the chicken was watery.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Wait,
Why
explain why it was watery.
Okay. I followed the recipe 100%, which is very hard for me to do.
Yep.
I didn't go off of the recipe one time. And when I opened up the oven, and it wasn't frozen chicken either, I was like, I'm not going to do frozen chicken or thawed out or anything. I'm going to do it exactly like it was listed. And when I opened the oven in the sheet pan, it was like in a pool of chicken water. And I'm like,
wait,
ew.
Did you do the veggies separate?
Yeah.
Does it say to do that? Because I mix it all together.
It definitely says 2 sheet pans.
Well, yeah.
Somebody was reading.
Wait,
and
no.
somebody was not.
Because
Okay, I got it right
I did 2 sheet pans, but it's because I didn't think it all fit on 1 sheet pan.
I think it said 2 sheet pans.
But no, I'm saying.
So this says, on the other prepared baking sheet, spread the chicken mixture in a single even layer.
Oh.
This is a miracle because I don't ever read these.
Oh, well, obviously I don't either.
So that's what I thought was strange. I love the flavors. Mm-hmm. Prentice and Hattie were like, this is so good. And it was really easy to make. I was surprised at how easy it was. And the tahini stuff was so good. I kept it because I can eat it on potato chips. It's so good.
Yeah, it's like a tahini drizzle. So, yeah, like a sauce made tahini, by the way, is like a ground sesame seeds.
Yeah, it's like a sesame pasty, watery thing. I have so much of it, by the way.
Yeah, that made a lot of tahini sauce that you can use on other stuff later.
Definitely. Like it was good on salad. Like I made a salad and put the chicken on it and put that on it the next day. Real good. Very easy, except for I didn't like the wet chicken. Like, I'm sorry, this picture makes it look so crispy and delicious. I was like, I can't wait for that. Didn't happen.
See, I didn't have that problem, but I also mixed everything together.
Yeah, but that seems to me like it would make it watery.
No, I know.
Waterier.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Waterier.
Did you do parchment paper?
I did.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, I don't know. And so what I did, this happens to you, and you want to make this, I carefully brought the pan out. I put a different pan on the stove with parchment. Then I picked all of it off with the tongue. And then I had to literally pour it into the sink. Like, that's how much water. It was really weird.
That's
weird.
weird.
I bought, like, good chicken. I didn't buy, like, shit
half,
chicken.
Half water chicken?
Yeah. You know those chickens that's all big and weird.
Oh,
so
wait. Also,
did you use thighs?
Okay, here's the other thing. So I've made this recipe probably like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
And the last time I made it was with thighs. Was I supposed to do thighs or chicken breast? Okay, yeah.
Thighs.
But I've done it both ways.
And you didn't get that either time?
No.
Huh. Maybe it was just me.
And then the other thing is I wanted to eat it on like some sort of rice or I did cauliflower rice one time, or you could do greens or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, it seemed like I'm kind of a either main entree side vegetable salad, or I kind of like threes, and this was twosies for me. So I was like, where's the rest of it?
And chicken. So it's like a bunch of peppers and
cauliflower.
And
but it would have been
red
good
onions.
if you would have had like pita and hummus with it,
Yes.
or just rice, like you said, or cauliflower rice. But it was good. It was really simple. So I would say if you're not feeling 100% comfortable in the kitchen, this is a good one to start.
So good.
Gets
I really
wet?
like that one.
Drain it. That's what I did. And so now it's my turn.
Yeah,
to
now
pick.
you have to pick a recipe.
I'm just going to do this because I asked my youngest daughter to pick, and there's a million things she picked. So I'm going to say we're going to do chorizo papas taquitos.
Ooh, that sounds like something I would never make. Like
Me either.
taquitos at my house?
Yeah, same. That's why I figure looks good.
All
A
right.
little guac there, a little salsa. We can do it.
That's on page 72. So we will have that link. Well, I don't know if that she probably doesn't have that online, because why would you buy the cookbook if all the recipes are online?
Probably not maybe.
I don't know. Well, we'll put the link to the cookbook anyway in the show notes.
Yes. And does she have a blog?
Oh, yeah. It's called The Defined Dish.
It's probably on there. Yeah. So, all right.
Cool.
So now we know what we're making.
Yeah.
What did you give it grade wise?
The recipe?
Yeah.
How many out of 5 NA cocktails?
I was going like A through F.
I'd say A minus, I think, for me.
I'd go B.
Yeah.
Solid B.
Yeah. But
Just
I didn't
the
have the
water.
watery part. I didn't have that
I would
problem.
make it again.
Yes.
Maybe I'll make it with chicken breast. Maybe it's different.
I don't know. Well, keep us posted.
I'll report back along with all of the alcohol content in everything at Total Wine.
Okay.
Woohoo.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll catch you next time. And feel free to text me in the middle of the night when I'm wide awake with my brain racing.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Can't make a noise. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Thank you for listening to A Mess in the Kitchen podcast. We're very impressed that you made it all the way to the end. You can learn more about our show at amessinthekitchen.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. A Mess in the Kitchen is a production of Matriarch Digital Media. Executive producer, Twyla Dang. Produced and edited by the lovely, wonderful Beth K. Gibbs. Production assistant, Mia Register. You can find more great podcasts from Matriarch Digital Media at matriarchdm.com. And until next time, here's to good enough cooking. Cheers.